So what would you say your purpose in life is, Tom?
My purpose in life is to propagate the species.
Ooh, very nice. Propagate. That's a very Darwinian and biological viewpoint.
Hmm.
What about people who don't propagate the species?
Then they lack their purpose in life,
Ooh.
you know?
So purpose is, you're saying everyone's purpose should be that, right?
Well, that should be one of their main purposes,
Ah, okay.
you know?
Interesting.
Okay, I see what you're trying to do, and I don't have an escape plan from there.
You
Okay.
can still escape. I mean,
No, there's no way to escape.
well, there are certain things.
Let's see. You're gonna come here. That would be your next move, and then I'm dead. So
You have some moves.
I do.
Yeah.
What move? What move do I? You got me here. You chess master here. What move do I have?
Just think it through. You have a move. You have a move. It looks like it's not the move, but it's a move. You know what I'm saying? Like, use the force, Tom. Use the force.
Use the force. Use the force.
So, what's the biggest epiphany you've had in recent memory?
Biggest epiphany that I've had in recent movie. I only got 55 seconds. that I'm about to lose unless I stop the clock and make your clock go.
Okay, yeah, I don't mind that.
Okay. Biggest epiphany I've had that, let's see. In what? In recent history?
Yeah,
recent,
I mean,
recent, or my whole life?
Ooh,
or
how about all your whole life? That sounds
my
interesting.
whole life?
Yeah.
Is that you really sometimes you have to let go, you know,
Let go of what?
just like let go to be free. You know what I'm saying?
Let go to be free.
Yeah.
Give me an example.
Okay. I'll give you like from personal experience. That when we were boating and I was down the rapids and one person in our party fell out of the boat
Oh, snap.
into the river, and you know, just immediately without any hesitation, I jumped after her.
Nice.
Okay, so I didn't think twice. Oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? Okay, and then it was the rapids, and we were both stuck in the river, and the river was pulling us,
I'm
and
just gonna pause it. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and we were until we just held on to some rocks, you know, that were in the middle of the river. Now here we are freezing in the river, and we can't get on either side. So they tried to throw ropes at us and couldn't. You know, we were all scared. So then we both decided, okay, let's just let go the rock.
Whoa.
Let
That's
the
scary,
rock,
man.
yeah, let the rock go. Let the river carry you, and just kind of move to the coast, move to the bank of the river. But
you had no guarantee though that would happen.
no, you just had to let go, you know, to make that. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep, man.
So
yeah.
you had to make that decision. Either I stay here and freeze, or just let the rock go. That, you know, the thing that's holding you, that's your safety, your safety net, that's holding you. You let that go, and then you can find your own safety.
Wow.
You know, by just flowing that, let the river go with the flow, and you'll find your bank. You know, so that's kind of in a physical way. It gave me that epiphany at that moment. You know.
Wow, that's very powerful.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Tao Te Ching. They're kind of like the Tao Te Ching. Have you heard of the book? It's like Eastern philosophy.
Tao Te Ching.
Yeah, they talk about just be in the flow of life.
Yeah. That was
exactly.
That's while I was flowing, while I was flowing with the river, you know, with that, just that, because I had to make that conscious decision to let go. It was a conscious decision, either stay here and freeze, or just let the river flow. So your mind is building these like say philosophical thoughts or life decisions or life thoughts, and it just, you know,
Were you scared when you let go?
In the beginning, and then afterwards it just, hey, the river
back
is
at the coast, right?
river is taking me, and I'm back into, you know, it took a while, but you know, you use your own power, you use your own, and so it became kind of like a life.
Wow, that's powerful. Yeah.
Life way of living. You know, you shouldn't be stuck to one thing, and let your you know, let your life be only one way, and not, you know what I'm saying, not be
you shouldn't cling to one way all the time.
Only one way, right? You know, go with the flow. If the flow is going this way, you know, don't go. Yeah, but the other way, the other side of thinking is like, if going with the flow depends on how it's going. If you should also have a sense of what is right and what is wrong.
True. Yeah.
Okay. So if everybody's, you know, wrong is wrong, no matter, even if everybody's doing it, even if the whole world, and right is right, even if no one is doing it. So you also need to know that sometimes you have to go against the flow. Sometimes you have to go with your own flow, you know. So.
It's so funny you mentioned this, because, you know, the one way I was playing chess was just playing chess, and then I decided to start, you know, talking and asking questions and stuff. And I'm glad I did ask you that, you know, question.
Yeah.
And you told me that story. That's a beautiful story, you know.
Yeah, thank you.
And now I will remember it for the rest of my life, and I will think, you know, let go. I will think of this story and this conversation at the beach.
Right.
Thank you so much for that story.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
You're the Yoda. Chess Yoda.
I'm not I'm just Luke Skywalker. All right, are we ready to get back in the game? Okay, I'm gonna start.
You got to tell me that move.
Oh, okay. It's rook. Move your rook.
Where? Oh, move my rook?
Yeah.
So that way I have the...
Exactly. So see, when I check you, then you have an escape square, and then now you can...
If you come here, check me, you're going to go like this.
Then you run
away. Then I can go there.
Exactly.
I was thinking about that. I said...
Yeah, it looks like it doesn't work, right? But when you actually do it,
Correct. Okay.
All right, so it's my move or your move?
So you just moved.
Oh, I checked you, and then you moved here. So it's my move, right? Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
All right. All right. Time's going faster. Let's go here. Oh, Tom.
Oh, man. I can't go there.
Can't go there. It would have been made anyway, like later. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All
Good
right.
game, Tom. Well
Good
done.
game.
Well done.
Great talking with you.
Hey guys, Brian here. Hope you enjoyed that convo and that story that Tom told. It's really, really cool. And I know this is kind of a change from the usual videos I upload. You know, not a lot of chess, but more about the story. And I just want to say that, you know, I think that's a part of chess too that's highly underrated that a lot of people don't consider. You know, it is a great game to play, but I think chess can also be a tool to facilitate meeting new people and hearing their stories and having these type of, you know, great conversations. And I wanted that to kind of be the focus of this video, the conversation, not necessarily the chess. I mean, you know, it's also the timing issue. If I included the whole game, the whole video would have been over like 20 minutes long. So nobody has that kind of attention span nowadays. Like, I want to keep most of the videos like max 15 minutes, including the full game and the analysis. So that's why I decided to kind of just cut to those two questions. But yeah, I mean, it's oh, and I don't know if I explained to Tom or if anybody watching kind of understood what I was saying, but I was telling him how cool it was that, you know, the story he was telling, I was kind of implementing it with me asking those questions, because the metaphor of me holding the rock is when it comes to chess, it's probably just me playing silently and not talking. And then for some reason that day, I just had an urge to, why not just throw out this random deep question, purpose of life. It's, the most asked, most pondered question throughout human history. So, which led to that other question, which led to a story. So in a way, me letting go of my chess rock and kind of going with the flow allowed this story to happen, and I thought it was pretty cool. And I thought it would be cool to kind of post it up here and share it with the world. And maybe it'll resonate with some people. I'm sure some people will not like it, and that's fine too. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I just thought it was kind of a cool story that will help a lot of people, and also to show you just chess isn't about, it's not just a game. I mean, it's a fun game to play, and I highly recommend everyone play it. But like I said before, it's a really cool way to meet new people and to kind of hear their stories, have good conversations. And I wanted to kind of touch on a couple of points here. Yeah, I kind of wish, I don't know, maybe there are a lot of you out there like me. Like, I'm very introverted. I don't really like to talk small talk about sports or what happened on TV and everything. I kind of wish more real life conversation was kind of like the conversation we had. But I understand that you can't just go up to a random person and be like, yo, what's your purpose in life? You gotta kind of build rapport and everything and kind of ease into those questions. But I kind of wish these questions were more common. I mean, these kind of conversations were more common in real life. I think society as a whole would kind of change if we pondered kind of some of this deeper stuff. But his story also reminded me of, coincidentally, I don't know if you guys know Susan Cain. She was the author of Quiet, the book called Quiet. It's like a book about introverts. It became really popular, I think, a couple years ago. But her story reminded me of his story that he told. Like, she was working as a corporate lawyer, and that was her rock that she was clinging to. And she was on track to make partner, but her boss came one day and said that, yeah, you're not going to be up for partner anymore. And she didn't know if that meant like she's not going to be partner at all, or maybe it's delayed. But she took a leave of absence and started riding around Central Park, and suddenly she started to remember her dream to kind of become a writer, and she started writing. That was her flow of life. And like Tom mentioned in his story, it's like, yes, you let go of your rock, you flow with life, but you don't just passively flow and do nothing. You actively work, you actively kind of swim toward the shore. And I think that's what she did with her in her story. Like, she let go of the lawyer job, and she flowed with life. She started writing, and to make ends meet, I think she started like a negotiation course, but still kept writing on the side. And then kind of that was her journey. So I thought that was kind of like a cool real life example of kind of maybe what Tom was talking about. So I wanted to kind of mention that too. And yeah, I did mention the Tao Te Ching in the video, and I think, man, it's one of those books where you read it once and you're like, holy smokes, like, this is the kind of book you have to read like 1 billion times just to understand 1% of it. It's very deep, and it talks about that too, kind of, go with the flow of life, and, it requires a certain amount of trust, and yeah, I think that flow is everything, most of us are searching for, right? When life flows, it flows really great. And same thing with chess too. When you're kind of in the zone and you see all the good moves, you see all the traps, and you think of all the brilliant moves, it's great when you're in that flow state, And I think that's kind of a cool thing to keep in mind. That's why I changed my name to Ki Knight. Ki is Korean for energy flow, and to be honest, I thought about naming myself the Tao Knight, but I thought that was kind of like very, I don't know, it's kind of a hubris in a sense, like Tao Knight, man, that's, the Tao is like this great thing, like, how can I be a Tao Knight, so I just kind of named myself Ki Knight. I don't know, maybe I'll be more comfortable with Tao later on, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I want to quickly cover those two questions and also ask you guys what your answers are to those two questions. purpose in life, I think for me it's like one part of the answer may be that I think every living thing, has something that it's suited toward doing. Like even dung beetles. I mean, they're suited toward like rolling balls of dung on the African kind of desert, and they do serve a purpose. And I think everybody has something within them, and I think if they find out what that is and kind of express it in some way, they don't have to do it like full-time career. It can just be on the side. I think that's very important, and it'll get them into that flow. As for the epiphany, I think for me, one of the biggest epiphanies is like everybody wants the environment to be suited toward them. Like they don't want traffic on the 405. They want their boss to say yes to a raise. They want their friends to act a certain way, and it's like you're just setting yourself up, because you can't control the outside. The outside's going to be totally chaotic, and I think it's kind of futile to like, oh, if only the environment is XYZ, then I'll be happy. I think you're setting yourself up for failure there and unhappiness. And I think, just like you said, just go with the flow. And if you're stuck in traffic, then listen to a podcast or figure out a way to get to where you're going during non-peak traffic hours. Or if it's to your job, maybe consider getting a job on the other side, opposite the flow of traffic. Things like that. So I think those are kind of my answers to those questions. But yeah, more importantly, I want to know what you guys think of the answers to those two questions, like the purpose of your life as well as the biggest epiphany you've ever had in your life. And maybe we'll get more stories like Tom in the comments below. I think that'll be really, really cool to read through. And sorry for rambling on like this, but it's just, I thought it was kind of a very interesting story to share, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss future videos. And we'll go back to our, usual chess videos tomorrow. But just for today, I want to kind of share this kind of cool, video and story, and hopefully it'll resonate with people. And if not, that's fine too. But hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. All right, thanks. I'll see you guys later.